You're in Michigan, but you're an environmental lawyer. That's how you made your money. So you're anti-nuclear power, anti-coal.
Well, I'm not anti-nuke. What I've said is, if they can make nuke safe and effective, I'm all for it. It's like the same thing with vaccines and other stuff. If it's, we have good science and it's and it actually that shows that it's safe and effective. I mean, right now there's no nuclear power plant in the world that can get an insurance policy. Oh, it's not me saying that they're unsafe. It's the guys at AIG and Lloyd's of London who say you're so dangerous. We're not going to write you an insurance policy. So that the plants in our country, the industry had to go to Congress and get it in the middle of the night in a sleazy legislative maneuver to pass the Price-Anderson Act, which is why if you own a home, Charles, okay, well, go look at your home insurance policy because it has a provision in it that says it doesn't insure you against radiation from nuclear power plants. So you're self-insured. If they blow up that plant, if they let it go and it goes, they pay nothing to you. You pay everything. There's no other. The only other industry that's got that is vaccines. It's the only industry that has, full immunity from liability. Plus, there's no utility in the world that will build a nuclear power plant unless it is fully subsidized by the U.S. government. And, a solar plant costs $1 billion a gigawatt to build, all in capital costs. A nuclear power plant costs $14 billion. So we can make energy by burning prime rib if we wanted. But it wouldn't be the best use of our money.
But what do we do today?
And then incidentally, we have to store the waste for 30,000 years, which is 5 times the length of recorded human history. It's hard to understand how that can be financially justified.
My question is, nuclear power is dangerous. Coal is pollutive. You don't like drilling. We build cars here. We need those components to build cars, much less run them. And I don't think we're ready here.
I'm not against. In theory, I'm not against carbon-based power. I just think we should take the cheapest power, and that we should build an infrastructure that gives us the cheapest electrons possible.
What is that? Which power?
Well, it would depend on where you are, but the cheapest form of energy right now is going to be solar, but it's variable power, so there may be cost to that. It does. You can't get it at night, right? But there's wind. Well, you can get wind power at night. The wind, in most parts of this country, blows at night, and the sun obviously shines in the day. So you can balance the grid, and it costs about the same to build a wind plant. Wind turbines are about $1.2 billion a big gigawatt. A coal plant costs $3.6 billion.
But that's power on demand. And with wind, and solar, like we don't have a way to store it.
Well, if we have a grid, an extensive grid, you don't need a way to store it.
You move it around.
You can move it around to different parts of the country, different days. So and then you turn every home into a power plant, and every American into an energy entrepreneur. Because if you can, use your home.
Our power company blocked that.
Yeah, that's
how that goes.
Well, that's the problem. We don't have free markets. They're channeling us to one source, which is carbon. And the rules were written by the incumbents to favor the dirtiest, filthiest, most poisonous, warmongering, most toxic fuels from hell rather than the cheap, clean, green, wholesome, and patriotic fuels from heaven.